So back in the real old days, when my eldest son was just born and the number 2 was about to arrive, I flew the flight sim for the very first time. And back then we started here in Chicago Meighs, but
World map location.
that doesn't exist anymore.
Press G to switch to
They turned it into
KORD.
a park, but
KCGX.
I read
Merrill
that
C. Meets Field.
Microsoft actually has
World
put
map
it
location.
back on the
Press G to switch to
in the
panels.
flight simulator. So
KCGX. Merrill C.
I'm-
Meets Field.
I'm going to
World map
go
location.
the
36.
original
World map location. Press G to switch to panels.
taste of
Press VK
flight
underscore
simulator.
subtract slash
As you can see, the
VK_add to zoom.
runway actually is
Press ESC to back.
partly covered
Press
by
space
the
to
park
select.
that is there now,
36.
or the
World
park
map
is
location.
partly
36.
covered.
Now deactivated.
And I'll do exactly as
36.
back then.
Delete departure. Now deactivated.
We will have to do the
Final. World map location.
this is
Custom.
what
World
we
map
did back
location.
then. We just went
World
down
map location.
and
Final.
back,
Start flight.
flying the pattern or whatever. So here we are in Chicago Meighs, and I'm a little excited to see the difference from back then. Back then we only had like okay, yeah, I
Tower
think I
Cessna
said
November Tree 7771 ready for east departure at runway 36.
yeah. See, there's water on the runway, which
Cessna November Tree 7771 QNH 1.
back in the days there were
East departure
no
approved.
water
Cleared
on
for
the
takeoff runway 36.
so and no grass like this. So
Cleared for takeoff runway Tree 6
Ready to
Cessna
fly.
771.
Button.
so yeah, I think I'll just I don't think that, at least for the first many flights I did in Flight Simulator, I didn't set trim and flaps. But here we are going through the water too, so probably we need to. Let's see how it goes. Maybe it doesn't really know that we are in water. Yeah, I think it does. So it seems like we are having some 2 knots that shouldn't really do anything. But yeah, maybe the weather should have been no weather, fine weather, whatever. Let's say that we don't want live
Now
weather.
deactivated.
That's it.
Dollar alt text.
So,
Button.
oops. Now we can. Yeah, okay. That it's yeah, okay, it's probably fine, but it's just disappointing.
Tower Cessna November Tree
It is of course
7771
fine
continue for east departure.
compared to back then, because back then the buildings was just a block. Actually, I don't think we had any buildings here. I don't know if any of these buildings are from after 1985, but probably they are. And that might be why they closed down the airfield, right? that at least makes sense. So I don't remember how high did we go back then? 2,000 probably. So flaps, and you see the airfield down there, right? But it's still not, I don't know. Right here, when they, because they have recreated the airport, I would have expected a lot more, to be honest. And that's why I'm here now, is because I wanted to see how the real graphics is looking when in the new 24, right? So it's actually a bit disappointing. And we'll go back. See if we can land this thing. And of course, back then we had absolutely no traffic. There was no traffic other than we were basically the only thing on the planet. I tried to, it's a very sharp landing if I do that. And we are going way too fast. But maybe I can. Too heavy landing. Stop. Yeah, not what I was hoping for. I'll say that it's not what I was hoping for. I was hoping for a little bit more, to be honest. Microsoft, get your act together. Yeah. So how do I park like that? Can I go behind? Yeah, it looks like I can. And then get to the other side here. And probably there's a fine parking spot right here. That's it. And set the parking brake. Yeah, we're probably a little bit too far out. So yeah, let's get rid of the Flights. Oh yeah, that's because we started on the runway, of course. So everything was set as it should be.
Okay.
Because it wasn't me. Oh yeah. So and then let's get out and see if we can. Yeah, that I'm pretty sure that is Sears Tower. So this and that was what we could see back then. So if I go like
Pause
this
menu.
and then go to the free cam, and then I have to use the keyboard. What key is W A rotate. See, it's not, and it's probably because it's simply not rendered. There's too much data or something like that. I don't know. So E gets us up into the air. This, and then. Okay. And there are details when you get closer to the building, then details will get there, but it's still not. It's still not what you might expect, or what I expect, let's say that, the way it is here. This is not modeled. This is, I wouldn't even think that it's AI. So yeah. And what's the football stadium probably, or something. And a nice harbor, that's great, but it doesn't really work right. And I guess this is us here. So let's get down there. Oops. Here. So that has got to be me standing there looking into the horizon. So let's get around and see if I can recognize myself. Yeah, that at least has been rendered. Oops. Yeah, it's kind of one of those small drones, right? So be careful of the hair. Well, that was it. It's a pleasure being at the very first airfield that I ever flew Flight Simulator from 40 years ago, or almost 40 years, not quite. Here, Chicago, downtown. Ending the live here.